It's old. It's actually Sir Irish. Yeah, it's Sir Irish.
Yeah.
Means gracious defender.
Yeah, I like that. It does. Yo, I like that.
But you said somebody in your lineage was like red bone, and then they were like black or something.
Yeah, well, my great great grandfather was a king out of Africa, Cairo, Africa.
Dang. You said what part of Africa?
Cairo, Africa is actually the Indian Sea from India to Africa. It's complicated.
Yep. Cause there's a difference. There's a differentiation between, you know how there's a feud between the Japanese and Chinese.
Yeah.
Well, there's a feud with Africans and the Afro Americans here.
See, that's why I never really worried about shit. Well, growing up, we didn't have all that other
Because they sold them to slavery, and then same with the Mexicans against the Spanish, is because they were conquered by the conquistadors.
Well, the Mexicans wanted Texas back. We should have never taken Texas from the Spaniards, which was Mexico.
It feels like it too.
We didn't
when you
need
go
Texas
there.
as a nation. Didn't need Texas as a nation. Really, all they wanted was the lower half of Texas because it had more water,
Houston.
which flowed down into Mexico. And what they did is they went into Texas and they cut off all the fucking rivers that went down to Mexico. Yeah, and then the
That's
Spaniards
scary.
said,
That's
"Hey, man,"
messed
and
up.
the Mexican and the conquistadors said, "That's our fucking water you just cut off. Who the fuck are you?" You know, because it
That's-
flows all the way
You know
down.
that just happened with the
The
Native
great-
Americans at the pipeline with
Yeah.
Trump and them. Man,
Yeah.
Oil Ridge.
It's always. That's why I'd never sign up for any fucking war for anyone else but me, because you know what? They'll throw you in harm's way for a fucking goddamn 5 feet advancement as a soldier.
Chess and checkers out here, man.
And 5 feet on the battlefield, they'll throw you and your whole family livelihood, and the fact that father or mother never came home from fucking war.
Yep.
And they'll have some fucking rookie fresh out of high school that don't even know what the fuck they're doing, given the command.
Just out there on an order.
That was just that they graduated 3 months early because there was a governmental war.
You ever heard of Desmond Doss?
Yeah.
Well, that's what's crazy, because my name's Desmond, and it's just like Mel Gibson, the director of this movie,
Yeah.
giving light to the story of how this guy went to Vietnam
Yeah.
and without a weapon, he just went in there with his faith. And
He did a great job about the passion.
they said that guy was struck by lightning and smited on the set. Jim Chavez, he
Unfortunately,
played the Messiah.
unfortunately, is that the Bible, the New Testament talks about slavery, and so they're always going to try to recap or rehash something like that in the future, and that's separatism, man. I hate that shit. I hate that. To me, see, I grew up in a city school, in Fort Wayne, and we was all city school. That we didn't even know about race until other people told us what color we was. We was just kids, man.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of how you put it. They started teaching us about racism and history and people. Hey,
That's just how to
black-
divide us, man.
black people being hosed down by the firefighter people who would come and rescue the same cat in the tree. It was very confusing, and the same cops would be with the firefighters doing and then you find out they were all part of the KKK, and they were the same people hanging them. It's dark, man. It's just like, yes, this place got some curses, man. But that's why the Bible says, like, woe unto him that buildeth this city upon blood,
Yeah.
blood, and upon
See,
the wickedness.
that's what they do, man. You're a wise man. But that's what they do is they try to put politics in with religion. See, I don't do
Their government's falling right now.
I
That's
don't
why
do politics. I
Russia.
don't need no one else's permission for me to say, guess what? If there ain't a God for children to call on in war that wants to burn them, incarcerate them, use them as something of science-tim, which science-tim is kingdom of Scientology, just what is a neo-light of anything that's tried to persecute them, even within Mummonite of Egypt, where they're going to gut a child and try to use their intestinals and everything to sew into their body to ascend into angelism. Angelism is what they wanted, angelism of technology. They wanted to try to graft them into their bodies, and the thing is, they're always going to go after a child to do that because the child is of innocent, of virginity, for virginity sacrifice.
And temptation, that lust. Yeah.
It's the lust they'll talk about
yeah.
it, but it's the sacrifice of an innocent. Okay, and the sacrifice of a womb within it, which is a sacrifice within the innocence, but it's the existence and the truth of life. That means their shit is fucking gone like gone. Good luck, guys. Hope you catch something.
Yeah, that's what like reptilians. That's how reptilians do. They feed off of how they see heat seek
Yeah.
off of energy. It's